Hi guys again. This is the next video I was on about. Now, even though I'm wearing a Zelda t-shirt, this one's not about that. I've already done that one. So this one, for this video, I've recently sat through the Jurassic Park franchise. I got Dominion and watched that. So now I can give an opinion. And while I'm at it, I'm watching through Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. And after that, I'll watch Chaos Theory. And this Friday, me, Stacey, and Empress Sky Elder, my brother, we're going to go and see Jurassic Rebirth. So I'm looking forward to that. And that's partly what I wanted to talk about, as well as dinosaurs in general. So on the Jurassic Park franchise, I think it's fantastic. Absolutely love the whole franchise, beginning to end. Not people can have their opinion, but I'm not particularly bothered. I love them. I would have to say though, my two favourites is Jurassic World or Jurassic 4 and Jurassic Fallen Kingdom. I think those are the two best in the franchise. Don't get me wrong, Jurassic Park, the original, is great. It's just everybody says that, So I thought I'd have my own, I do like Jurassic Park. Please don't get me wrong. I like Jurassic Park. I like the Lost World Jurassic Park and Jurassic 3. Of course. But it's just my two top favourites of the franchise is Jurassic World and Jurassic Fallen Kingdom. I think they're brilliant. And I know some people are probably going to swear at me for this, but I think Owen Grady is Chris Pratt's best role. It's actually, I know I'm going to get told off for this, but I'm sorry, but Owen Grady is Chris Pratt's best role and better than Peter Quill Star-Lord. Look, you guys know I like the Marvel films, okay? All of them. I like all the Marvel films and I love what they're doing with the MCU. But I have to say, Peter Quill's alright, but I do feel Chris Pratt overdoes it just a little bit. Now, he's a great actor. I love the fact that he voiced Mario. I think he did a fantastic job, and I hope he continues to voice him in the movies. But I'm sorry, guys. I have to say I do like Star-Lord, Peter Quill, just not my go-to. All right, he's all right, but I do think he overdoes it a little bit. Only just a little, not much. So I prefer him as Owen Grady. I think it's a better role, a stronger character for him. And another thing, I hope Universal and Amblin Entertainment and any other company they decide to use, I hope they keep going with this dinosaurs in our world, on our land. I hope they keep going with that, because if you think about it, it's something that they can run with. They can run with that and come up with some great stories. And in a little spoiler, sorry, so if you don't want to hear anything, skip this bit. But I have watched a bit of the trailer, a little bit. I didn't watch too much because I don't want my own spoilers, all right? But by the seams of it, they have stuck. And I've read I was a bit naughty. I read a little bit of the plot on Wikipedia. Sorry, but they have kept that. So the dinosaurs, the main ones, are still here. They're here, all right? Well, not here in the UK, but you know what I mean. They're here on the mainlands, and they're spreading. So good. Keep that. I know some people are thinking, and I have seen some comments. People say, "Oh, it's like Planet of the Apes." No, well, what's wrong with that? So you've got one about apes taking over, so one about the dinosaurs taking over. Good. Hopefully, probably won't happen because one's by 20th Century Fox, aka Disney, and the other one's by Universal. But it would be cool if the two came together, wouldn't it? But, we know that's not going to happen, which is a shame, because I think that would make for a good movie. Apes versus dinosaurs, T-Rex versus Caesar. Yeah, that'd be cool. But anyway, no, like I said, I hope they stick with that. The dinosaurs are over here now. So yeah, I'm loving that they've kept that, and I hope they keep that for the foreseeable movies. But another one I'm hoping is a sauna. I'd like to see sauna make a return in one of the films, because we haven't really seen sauna since Jurassic 3 or Jurassic 2 and Jurassic 3. Excuse me. So I'd like to see sauna return in a film, one of them. I'd like to see Nublar return, but we've had Nublar in quite a few films, haven't we? So it would be nice for a different, or if not sauna, maybe another island that's got dinosaurs on it. You know, and a different one. I know we've got this one, but a different one in a different Jurassic film. The other thing I don't agree with, and I hope, please agree with me on this, is the secondary name. Now, I know the whole franchise is called Jurassic Park, but where they stuck with Jurassic World, so in this seventh one, they've called it Jurassic World Rebirth. I don't agree with the world part of the name. They should have dropped that. And that's something new, either Jurassic Land or Jurassic Island or Jurassic something, not World. We've had World. We've had 3 parks, 3 worlds. Now a different 3 name would be nice. I don't agree with the fact that they've kept the Jurassic World name. I understand what they're doing and why they did, but it's like, yes, it's a sequel. You've already proven you can change the name and keep it part of the franchise. You've gone from Jurassic Park to Jurassic World, so they've already proved that. I know probably why they didn't is because probably Super Mario, you know, because you got Super Mario World, you got Super Mario Land, so they don't want to carbon copy the... I think people can tell the difference between Mario and dinosaurs. People are not daft, but probably trying not to get in too much trouble with Nintendo. Like that's ever bothered movies before. You know, I think Universal's used to getting in trouble. It wouldn't be the first time, but I something better than World. You know, it's fine. Just personally, I would prefer something different. You know, I don't know, Jurassic City. You know, I know that's been used in a mockbuster, but they could have used it because they own. I think Universal owns the rights to the name. I know they own the rights to the franchise, obviously. So Jurassic City, I don't know, or I don't know. I can't think of another one at the moment, but Jurassic Island would have been better. You know, Jurassic Island Rebirth. You know, or drop the Rebirth and just call it Jurassic Island. But it is what it is. You know, I'm not going to call it by its full title. That's what you've heard me say. I call the original Jurassic Park and I call the 4th one Jurassic World or Jurassic 4. But the others, I'll just number them. You know, I know we've got the Lost World Jurassic Park, but I'll call it Jurassic 2. And the 3rd one, I'll call Jurassic 3. Because if you drop the name, it sounds better, personally. They could have done that, actually. Just drop the secondary name and just number them, but never mind. Here's what it is. Now, I said I want to talk about dinosaurs in general. Now, I know what I'm going to say probably might be a little bit controversial, but I personally don't think dinosaurs died out due to the meteor. I'm not saying the meteor didn't happen, alright? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I don't think it was the meteor that wiped them out. Alright? Now, the reason I say that is because we know for a fact that animals can sense things at a great distance. And if you watch programs on National Geographic Wild, or you watch the programs on Animal Planet, or Discovery Animal Planet, or some animal programs that's on Discovery, or the ones that's on the BBC. You know, if you watch any of those programs, all of them will tell you the same thing. All animals can sense things at a great distance, because they rely on this and this. Right? They can hear things at a distance, a big distance, and they can sense things at a distance. Now, with that being true, and with some recent animals being long distant relatives, or distant descendants of the dinosaurs, that would mean the dinosaurs can sense things at great distance. Okay, so they would have scarpered at a great distance to get away. Maybe not all of them made it. Maybe it took out some of them, not all of them. I won't have it, knowing what I know about animals. All right, and what I've been brought up on. Maybe it wiped out some of them, not all of them. And I hold strongly to that. Because what we all know, hefty facts about animals. All right? And they would have scarpered at a great distance and would have got to a good distance before it landed. And they would have sensed it. Not, but when it got a little closer, they would have, oh, hold on, something's coming. Because they can sense danger. They're not daft enough to just stand there and go, oh, a meteor's coming, it's going to hit me. They're not daft enough to stand there and let that happen. They're going to try and get away and save themselves. So I truly think that not all of them, maybe some, not all. I think the rest of them was down to evolution. They just... So yeah, I think it was evolution that knocked most of them out. Now, with that said, what I'm about to say, some people say, oh, you're only saying that because you're a fan of the franchise. Yes, I'm a fan of the franchise, of the Jurassic franchise. I am not saying that because of my love of dinosaurs. I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to say this because of my love of dinosaurs. I'm not going to say this because of my love of the Jurassic franchise. I'm saying this because I genuinely think somehow, some way, I know it's difficult, and they're already doing it, but I still think they need to find a way to bring them back from de-extinction. And I know I don't even think they can, not even trying to think they can do it in the same way as the films. That is a load of rubbish. You can't do that. But find a way. I know they're already doing it, but I don't care if they're already doing it. This is me. All right, this is me. All right, so a bit more effort would be nice. Try and find a way of bringing them back. If they can't, then they can. If they can't do it, and there's no way in hell they can do it, right, fine. They can't do it, and they'll have to stay extinct. But I don't think it's right. Animals were here first, and they have more right to this world than what we do. And I don't care what anyone says. Animals have more right to this world than what we do. They were here first. I don't care look, no disrespect, but I don't care about all that religious rubbish, okay? Animals were here first. They were here first. They have more rights than what we do. I don't care what people say. And yeah, I do say that because of my love of animals. Alright? Because animals, birds, pigeons, all animals need way more respect than what they get. Because I'm fed up with people being cruel to animals. It is making me sick to my stomach. It needs to stop. And that is really, really annoying me. I see the adverts on the TV and I watch the programmes and I'm not happy. Animals deserve far more bloody respect than what they get. And I'll repeat this to the day I die. Animals were here first, not us. They were here first. They have more right to this earth than any living human, as much as I love women. Alright? So, they should be brought back. They shouldn't have been wiped out. Evolution should have behaved itself and not killed them off. That's my opinion, alright? I'm entitled to it. But if they can find a way, fingers crossed. If they can't, fine. I know it's doubtful, which is fine. I have my heavy doubts about it, so don't worry. Alright, but if, big fat if they can find a way, please bring them back from de-extinction. Except for one. The Mosasaurus. No, because where I love some of... you remember from my animal video, you know some of the sea creatures I love. I love dolphins, I love orcas. Don't call them that horrible name. They're orcas. I love orcas, I love dolphins, I love some of the fish, and I don't want that poxy Mosasaurus eating them all. They can eat the sharks, that's fine. I mean, I do like sharks, but not as much as the others. Because I also like the humpback whales as well, because they're kind of cute. Yeah, I know they got straw teeth, but I don't care, I like them. Another one of my favourite whales. But I don't want the bloody mosasaurus going around and eating them. No. So that one can stay dead. I know it sounds a bit cruel, what I've just said, but no, that one can stay de-extinct. Bring back the rest, just not that one. Even the velociraptors. You know. Guys, if they, just for argument's sake, if they are able to do it, wouldn't it be comical if they got Chris Pratt to train the velociraptors from the film? Hey, look, you did it in the film, you can do it in real life. You what? That would be funny. But, no, it'd be nice if they did do that. But, look, as I said before, if they can't do it, then fine, they can't do it, can they? And they'd have to say extinct. I don't think it's right, because, like I said, they have... As a matter of fact, if you think about it, dinosaurs have a bit more right than our animals, in a way. Since, like I said, they were here first. They were one of the first bunch of animals here. Not the, I know there were some before that. But because we had the mammoths and the saber-toothed tigers, I think it's some point after or before. I think it was after. I mean, I know they can't... Oh, I don't know, actually. I mean, maybe that's what they're doing, isn't it? If they're trying to bring back, which they are, so they're trying to bring back the dinosaurs. If they let's just say for argument's sake, they succeed. Might be possible they could try and bring back a mammoth. You know, some of those ice creatures, because they would live quite happily in Antarctica, so it'd be interesting. They can bring back a dinosaur. Because maybe that's what they're doing. We don't know. The only one they've been on about is dinosaurs. They've not said anything, or I've not heard anything about them trying to bring back the others. I know they're trying to bring back the dinosaurs thanks to the films. Not in the way the films do, but it's because of the Jurassic films why they're trying to bring them back. No, obviously not in the same way. They're trying other methods. They did try that way, and they said on the news, no, it didn't work. Duh, of course it's not going to work. You can't bring him back that way. Bloody hell. You fucking idiots. Why? I don't even know why they tried it, you know. The films are essentially telling you that you can't. You know, it's like a reverse message. It's like, even though they're showing how they did it, it's like, no, you can't do it this way. And the blooming idiot scientists went and tried it. You bunch of woolies. Of course you can't do it that way. There might be other methods where you can, but not like in the film you do. That's why I know you can't do it like in the films. That's why I said that. But it does make you think, though, if, just for argument's sake, they can succeed, be interesting to see if they can do it with the others. I don't know off the top of my head, so you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're not trying with one of the carnivores. I think they're trying with one of the herbivores. Well, they don't want to dine off straight away, do they? So... And there are lands where they could put them. There are big, I think there are big lands where they could put them. But, either way, so, yeah, that's why I wanted to do this video. I'd like people to get their opinions in the comments. And don't go accusing me saying, I said that stuff just because I'm a fan of Jurassic and dinosaurs as a whole. No, I genuinely think that they should be brought back. Like I said, they can't, but I personally think there should be a way to hopefully bring them back, because I don't agree with the fact that they're extinct. It's not right. But that's my opinion. I know you're probably going to laugh at me, but hey, I'm entitled to my opinion, aren't I? Right, as I said in the previous one, hit the bell button and subscribe button to see all videos coming soon, where and when I can do them. Music videos, holiday videos. And remember, we've got the holiday video coming up for Stacey's birthday. It'll be in Poole, but we're not telling you what holiday park it is. I'm not allowed to tell you because, as I said before, Stacey will tell me off if I do. So that's a secret. It's a surprise. Wait till we get there. Alright, so hit the bell button and subscribe button to see all videos coming soon. Ding, ding, done. Yay! Alright, guys. You all have a good one. See you in the next video when I can do it. And I'll see you guys later. Alright.